Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, your good buddy, Mirkov. We're here on the first day of the traditional Ravnica draft Allegiance. We're going to align ourselves to one of the guilds. In the traditional draft, it's best 2 out of 3. I usually don't like the best 2 out of 3 one. The payout is actually a little bit worse. I mean, how many rounds do you got to win to get your money back? You got to get 6, basically. 6 wins in a row. With, at most 1, 2, 3, 4 loses. Well, anyway. No, it's even more. You got to get, I don't know, whatever. Doesn't matter. You got to get a lot of wins to break even. Even more wins. I mean, I guess if you can get 4 or 5 wins every time, you're doing pretty well. But we're going to do it. I've never done this before. We're going to want to probably take some time, spend some time thinking about these sorts of things. Rare drafting is not going to be our goal because it's not like you can sell these anyway. So let's just go ahead and start right off. Rampage of the Clans, garbage. Destroys all artifacts and enchantments, but everybody who destroys one gets a 3/3 centaur for each one. So it's not even really good for destruction, and there's not that many enchantments or artifacts anyway. High Alert. This is sort of a build around. Your creatures deal damage equal to their toughness instead of their power, so it's better for the Azurius deck, and your defenders can attack. So that makes this like a 4/4. I mean, if you can attack with it, and you have that, which is cool, but not amazing. So yeah, let's just go ahead and maybe talk about Azurius. Lawmaker's Binding is probably the best thing for Azurius, followed by Civic Stalwart, which is not that amazing. I mean, maybe this guy, he's okay. Gain some life, but he's mostly just a 2/2. For the Orzhov, his Plague White is pretty nice, I think. Not like a first pickable, though. It's sort of just okay. Rakdos, really not much going on here for Rakdos. However, Simic, we got these two guys right here. So Azurius, that's easily first pickable as Azurius. But I don't think Azurius is going to be one of the better guilds, so let's take a look at these. Combine Guildmage is 1 in a green to each creature that enters the battlefield gets a +1/+1 counter on it. Cool. And 1 in a blue for move a +1/+1 counter between 2 of your creatures so that you can adapt them a second time. That's pretty neat. Is it first pickable? I don't know. I mean, it's sort of mostly just a 2/2. With a little bit of an extra power sometimes. However, it's Sharkdo Crab. It's a 4/4 for 4, so already it's pretty nice. For 4, you can adapt it once to make it a 5/5. It's kind of an expensive adapt, but whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put onto it, you also tap a creature and arrest them for a turn, or whatever. Lock them down. Detain them. Sorry, yeah, it's detaining them for a turn. So yeah, we're going to take the Sharkdo Crab. This is going to allow some aggressive play, I think. It's also just pretty powerful. Let's see, what do we got here? Spire of the Spirits. It's okay. It does give your other flyers additional health, which is nice. That's what you want in that kind of deck. This Dovin's Security for the Azurius. You draw a card and gain 2 life when it comes in, and when you play instants, you can get it back. Only sometimes, though. This is fine. Some people are saying it's going to be pretty good. Maybe. I feel like you have to build around it. Here we got this Grasping Thrall. It's pretty nice for the Orzhov, just a 3/3 flyer with a steal 2 life. We got the Senate Griffin. So we can play this in our Sharkdo Crab deck for a 2 blue, and it's a flying 3/2 that scries 1, which is not terrible. We also have Titanic Brawl if we want to stay our color, which is 2 creatures fight, but if it has a +1/+1, it only costs 1 instead of 2. That's certainly acceptable, as in Simic, our creatures are usually going to be bigger, so it's usually going to work out. So it's between this Griffin and this Titanic Brawl if we want to stay. If we want to go maybe into this, but I don't think so. this would be quite a switch. Rubble Slinger is more of a defensive card for Simic. It does let us block in the air, which is something to consider. But I think what I'm going to do is take the Brawl. Don't know if that's really going to work out yet. I'm going to find out. Clear the stage is acceptable. Just -3/-3 for 5, and sometimes going to let you get a creature card from your graveyard back. Put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control and untap it. This is not too bad as a trick. Savage Smash is sort of like Titanic Brawl, but for the Gruul. Though we are seeing... what are we seeing cuts here? We're seeing missing a uncommon and missing a rare. Fairy Duelist, I think, is takeable. It's Flying Flash, shrink a creature, and can block. I'm going to take the Fairy Duelist. Stony Strength is certainly possible, and I kind of do like that. I'm going to take the Duelist instead. I like Savage Smash, but I don't know. I'm wondering if maybe red is being cut here. So it might be safer to be in that color. Well, guess not. Here we do have an Enraged Ceratok. 4 mana 4/4. Can't be blocked by babies. Got Rhythm of the Wild. Mostly just gives your creatures Riot, which will be nice. So I really think it's between these two. Other possible choices. I mean, the Steeple Creeper is so-so. Sometimes flying 4/2. This is Persistent Parishioner is not really a real card. It's fake. Scuttlegator, I think we'll have plenty more of those where that came from. It's really between these two. This is big. This is Riot. I'm going to take just the Ceratok. The Riot is cool, but we don't have to go into red when we have a card that's Ceratok, which is already good. Being in Simic or Gruul, I believe, are the two stronger colors. I think Gruul is probably a little bit better than Simic, but you know, we're off to a good start, so there's no reason to switch. Swirling Torrent, 6 mana, throw a creature on top of your opponent's library, and bounce a creature to your opponent's hand. It's pretty good tempo play. It is for 6, and it is sorcery, which is expensive. Brush Strider, just a 3/2, gain a little bit of life. Mammoth Spider, I think, is playable, because there are a lot of flyers here, and that's a pretty good blocker for that. And Rubble Belt Runner is certainly a playable card, but I don't think it's going to be better than the Torrent. Thought Collapse counters a spell and put 3 cards from opponent's library into their graveyard. That could be kind of funny with the Swirling Torrent, but you'd need to 9 to do it. I don't really think that that's going to happen. Archway Angel, very expensive. I don't even think it's worth it. So really the best things here are the stuff in our colors anyway. This card is bad. I think we're pretty much playing all these so far, and being pretty happy about it. Here we do have a Gate Colossus. If we get a couple gates, this will be very scary. Carnival Carnage is nice for the Rakdos deck. Just deal 3 damage to an opponent, and they discard 2 for 4. Not too shabby. Have Orzhov Guildgate. 3 Lockets, which is very sad. This is a very artifact-heavy one. So really it's between like Steeple, Creeper, this if we wanted to maybe go red or black, which we don't, Orzhov Guildgate, which we don't have any reason to, or Gate Colossus, which we do. It's not a guarantee we're going to play the Colossus, but if we can get maybe, you know, 4 Guildgates, 5 Guildgates, it's still just an 8/8 for maybe play it for 6. 8/8 for 6 is going to be pretty decent. Smeltward Ignis is cool, but there's not that much sacrifice outlet. Silhana Wayfarer. It's a 2/1 for 2, and you can stack the top of your deck maybe a little bit. This Rampaging Rendhorn, 5/5 for 5, or a 4/4 trample. Or, 4/4 haste, not a 4/4 trample. Certainly possible. With Territorial Boar, we've got 2 triggers on that, 3 triggers if you count the Colossus, which is cool. But I think we're going to take the Wayfinder. Wayfinder does let us stack the top of our deck. But I think we're going to keep our eyes out for that Rendhorn. Scorchmark here. Feels like it's going kind of late. Gruul Beastmaster. This is one I'm not sure about yet. It's 4 mana. Can be a 3/3, or could be a 2/2 haste. Sagittar's Volley. Just blows up a flyer. Rebel Slinger. We do also have a Wall of Lost Thoughts. We're not going to play this one. 0/4 wall, and it mills 4 when it comes in. The mill deck is kind of a trap. I don't think it's really playable. So the real question is between like the Beastmaster and maybe the Volley. I think we're going to get more Volleys. So I think we can take a Beastmaster and be pretty okay with that. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so now we're back to our original set here. I think we're going to take Guildgate. I think this is a prime Guildgate opportunity. We really don't want the Courier, don't really want Prying Eyes, and the other cards are just not that alluring. So this is going to make our Gate Colossus a little bit better. We're going to try to get that going. Cavalcade of Calamity. Only works on power 1 creatures, of which this is not really the deck. Root Snare is not this deck either, so it's really between Rebel Slinger and the Orzhov Guildgate. I think we're going to go ahead and take the Slinger. I think we feel pretty okay about that. Spear Spewer is not what we want in Gruul anyway, so it's really just this or the Guildgate. I'll take this, more likely to play it. Stony Strength Wheeling is definitely what we want to see. Next best card, I guess, is the Knight of Sorrows, which is not really that great anyway. 5 mana. Oh, no, this is interesting. So we do get the Rhythm of the Wild back. This might be splashable. I'm going to sideboard this. The other option is the Steeple Creep. I think Steeple Creep's a bit better than Scuttlegator. But I want to live the dream here. If we can go a second Guildgate, that's going to probably be better than the Mammoth Spider, because that's going to get us this Rhythm of the Wild going. 2 Guildgates for a Colossus. I think we're pretty much going to play all of these. Might even take the Gruul Locket here. I think we want the Gruul Locket instead of the Simic Locket. We're not that heavy on blue. We're much heavier on green, so I think we could maybe end up splashing blue. We could cut the Duelist, maybe just keep Sharkdo Crab. Kind of hard to say. Okay, so this is a great pack for what we're looking for. What do we have? Cindervines. Probably not the most amazing thing, but whenever opponent plays a non-creature spell, deals a damage to that player. So let's say maybe worth 4 damage throughout the game. If this comes up late, not a lot. It can sack itself to destroy an artifact or enchantment, which could be saving us from a thing we don't like, which would be nice. Doesn't mean necessarily we want to take it, because we do have a Skatewing Spy. 4 mana, 3/2 with Adapt, and anything we have with a +1/+1 counter is also flying. This gives a +1/+1 counter. This gives +1/+1 counters. Sharkdo Crab. Yeah, so we got a couple +1/+1 counter payoffs. This is one of the better payoffs for that. Frilled Mystic, Flash 3/2, and when it comes in you counter something, that's also really cool. Uh, the, the Flash there, or like the payoff here is a bit expensive because it is double blue. And right now we might end up going into Gruul instead of Simic. Not clear yet. Though I guess regardless of which one we take, I guess we're going more Simic-y. Gateway Plaza can be any color. It also counts as a gate. Mammoth Spider is certainly fine. But yeah, lots of possibilities here. Cindervines is cool. But is it cool enough? Is it cooler than Skatewing Spy? That I don't know. Skatewing Spy is nice, and so is Frilled Mystic. I mean, I want the Cindervines, but I think the Spy or the Mystic are gonna be better. I'm gonna take the Spy. I think it's a little bit easier to cast. And I'm kind of indifferent between the two. Here we have Thrash, or Threat. Thrash is Fight. Can also hit Planeswalkers for what that's worth. And Threat is just get a 4/4 Beast with Trample. We also have Enraged Ceratok and Rhythm of the Wild #2. Gruul Guild Gate. Yeah. This is very nice. I think we're going to take Thrash or Threat. Yeah, and I think that this still does pay off with the Rhythm of the Wild. So this is either... I mean, it's not quite as good as a Ceratok, but it's sometimes going to be a removal spell. So I think we're going to take that. Hopefully we get one of those three that we want back. I might not. I guess we'll see. We do have Gateway Sneak, which is, I mean, everybody says, oh, it's going to be great. I don't know. We only have 2 guild gates. It's not going to be the most amazing thing ever yet. Biogenic Upgrade, however, going to be expensive. But this is essentially just get +6/+6, and sometimes it's going to be get more than +6/+6 because of all the Riot and adapting we have. Collision, Kill a Flyer, or Combat Trick. Rendhorn, just, you know, just powerful baby. Skewer the Critics, removal. Yeah, just lots of goodies here. When we're looking at this, you know, I'm going to consider this really to be like a 4 drop probably. Yeah. Could even be a 2 drop, but it's probably a 4 drop. Which means we're kind of heavy on 4. I do like, man, I like both of these. Collision and Bio Upgrade. We're at like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we need some smaller creatures. We don't have flying removal, and you know, I think we're gonna want that that flying removal. So I'm gonna take that one. We do have Scorch Mark. And a Rubble Belt Ruiner. Rubble Belt Ruin. Or a Mammoth Spider. So this is just a 6/6, lets you get in for big attack, but we're kind of heavy on expensive things. 3/5 more defensive. This is, I mean, I think it's going to be Scorch Mark. I think we're maybe moving into Gruul. And I think this is going to probably push us all the way. We have a Bullrack Clan Crusher 4/4 for 5, and you can tap it and remove a +1/+1 encounter to deal 2. We also have an Aeromunculus, which is a 2/3 flyer in Simic with Adapt. Man, we want to play all of these things. But do we want the Aeromunculus or do we want the Crusher? Other possibilities, I mean, we're not even really looking at Orzhov. We have this Territorial Boar, which is a 2/2, and when a 4-power creature comes in, of which we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes we might have Rhythm of the Wild might trigger this to be a 4. Anyway, whenever that comes in, it becomes a 3/3 until end of turn, which, is fine. Do we want the Munculus or the Crusher? Munculus or Crusher? Man. I think we're going to go Crusher. Crusher over the Munculus. That's very hard to say. I think so. We're going to do it. We can go Crusher number 2, or Skewer the Critics, or a Sauropod form, or a Gift of Strength. Wrecking Beast is too expensive at 7. You can see this Gate Colossus, we're not even sure, is, yeah. Whenever a gate enters the battlefield, you get it back. So, yeah, we're not even sure we're going to play Swirling Torrent at this point. I think, yeah, the blue here is not as good. Skewer the Critics is good. How much removal do we have? We have a lot of fighting. I think we just want big things. The question is, which kind of big things do we want? I think we take the Crusher over Skewer the Critics. Maybe not. Skewer the Critics is pretty nice. If we can get in. Which means we do need to trample. And this can technically hit any target. Yeah, I think we're taking another Crusher. I think I'm okay with this. Tower defense, your creatures get reach and defend. It's not that exciting. Probably just take the runner here. It's just a 3/3 for 3. The other option here is this Spike Wheel Acrobat, which is sometimes a 5/2 for 3. But I don't know. Yeah, I kind of like the runner a bit better. We don't have a lot of early creatures yet. Man, another Bulrak Clan Crusher. I think we take it. Other option would be maybe like, what is this, Street Dodger? We can make sure that we're getting in for 1, Storm Strike for a trick, but I mean, this Frilled Mystic came all the way back. Don't know what that means. I think I probably still take it for sideboard. We could take Guildgate here over the second Rhythm of the Wild, but I don't know, I feel like Rhythm of the Wild is good. I'm gonna take it. Oh, we could take this Rendhorn at 5. I mean, it's perfectly fine. It does have Riot. Here, we'll take the Mammoth Spider just for sideboard. I think we do take Territorial Boar because almost our whole deck is 4 power. Rebel Belt Runner plus a Rhythm will do it. So that's like half 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 8. Like 8 cards will trigger that. Here I think we'd rather just take Gift of Strength over the Wrecking Beast. At this point, this Fairy Duelist is probably getting cut. Multicolored creatures you control get +1/+1. I don't see how I don't take that. Let's see. That is a red and green, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like 7 creatures right now. I think that's good. Combine Guildmage is cool, but it's looking more and more like maybe we cut like the Torrent. I think Sharkdo Crab is fine. Not even sure if we play Mystic. I think we still play Gate Colossus. I'm gonna take the Glass of the Guild Pact. We do want to consider sideboard, for what it's worth. I guess we can sideboard any of those. Savage Smash is cool, but in terms of removal, we have a lot of tricks right now. Stony Strength. Titanic Brawl might be not as good. Maybe just take Class of the Guild Pact. Here we have a Skewer the Critics, Gatebreaker Ram. Gatebreaker Ram, I don't really think we're gonna have enough gates to make work. We could go Aeromunculus. And, you know, be relatively happy with that. But I think Skewer the Critics is fine. The other alternative is this Rebel Belt Runner, which I'm wondering if we just need more multicolored cards. Also just lower casting cost. So this will be multicolored. This would trigger with Rhythm of the Wild. Skewer the Critics. I think we can get another Rebel Belt Runner if we want it. Aeromunculus is probably better. Don't even think this Gruul Beastmaster is that exciting. We really need anything that can get +1/+1 counters. I think that's basically where we're at. Where, you know, what do we have that actually gets +1/+1 counters? We have Skatewing Spy, which is a very expensive version, Sharkdo Crab, and Rendhorn. We also have Gruul Beastmaster. So for our Crushers, if we don't have some kind of +1/+1 counter source, I don't think we're going to get very far. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Aeromunculus. Galloping Lizrog is pretty neat. This might be Open the Gates to search for a land. Because Galloping Lizrog, like, I'm not even sure we play all 3 of these Balarak Crushers, honestly. 2 might be plenty. I'm going to take Open the Gate. to do our searching. Zertog Goblin, that is definitely what we want to see. This is multicolored, it has Riot, and it is in our preferred colors. Frilled Mystic is great and all, but I think we're going to be aggro here. So, yeah, Zertog Goblin could be a second Aeromunculus. I don't think we want to play a Guildgate just for the sake of a Guildgate. Stony Strength also I don't think is in the cards. We have a Grow Locket. Might not even play Grow Locket. Interesting thing about Stony Strength is we could drop it onto our Bullrack, block, have it deal 5, and then tap Bullrock to remove it and deal another 2. Like, that's kind of cool. I don't know if it's better than a second Aeromunculus, though. I feel like Aeromunculus is probably good. What do we got? So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like 9 non-creature spells? I don't know. Let's take Aeromunculus. What could go wrong? We could maybe take Sagittar's Volley, but I think Aeromunculus would be fine. Could take Open the Gates. Here we could take a Rakdos Guildgate just for the sake of doing it. For a Gate Colossus. Seems bad. Could also just take Cruel Beastmaster. So really, Caretaker is not very good. Taps for half a mana. That's interesting because even though this has Adapt, this doesn't do anything with Adapt. So, or, you know, because it only gives flying to things, and this already has flying. I don't think we're playing a second Beastmaster. That doesn't seem like it's in the cards. Would we play a second Open the Gates? Maybe? I'm gonna take the Guildgate. It's conceivable that maybe we can splash something. I guess now that we have the Guildgate, conceivably we can splash this Carnage. Most of the time it's just going to be 1 red, deal damage to a creature and a damage to them. Could also take Gateway Plaza. I might just take Gateway Plaza here over the Carnage, because I think the fail case of Carnival is not worth it. Other alternative is like another Rendhorn, but I think we're pretty fine on playables. This Gate Plaza is a lot more interesting. Here we have a 4 mana Riot Trample Frenzied Arnex. We have another Guildgate. This is starting to look pretty good. We're at like 24 here. Like, I wonder if we cut Sharkdo Crab or maybe cut the Skatewing Spy. Probably not the Skatewing Spy, because that's pretty crazy to just drop this and then theoretically all of our creatures that we've rioted start flying. Though these things remove counters, that's fine. So it could be a Guildgate, could be this Arnex. So I guess the question is, are we happy with the deck already? This Open the Gates is basically a land. So unless we're going to... I mean, we could cut a Crusher. We could even run Gates Ablaze, but it doesn't seem good. The fact that this has Trample is pretty meaningful. This is usually going to be a 4/4 for 4. That might be better than Sharktocrab. Though, oh, actually, Sharktocrab with Rhythm of the Wild. Wow. Yeah, I'm keeping Sharktocrab. That's too good. I think I might just take a Guildgate here. The fact that Aeromunculus has Adapt is interesting. Yeah, it's fine. I'm taking a Guildgate. Here we can take a Sagittar's Volley for the sideboard, I think. In fact, we're running 2 Aeromunculus. I don't know, maybe that's too much. Maybe just 1. Could throw this Guildgate in. Because we have a Volley already. No, we do not. I'll take the Volley. Volley might be mainboardable, but it might not be. This is either a runner or a ram. At 5 Guildgates, that's almost reasonable. Might take the ram. Let's see. Class of the Guild Pack is going to trigger on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 creatures. That's enough. Because I don't see myself running Rubble Belt Runner over... Like, what would I run it over? Like a Clan Crusher? I mean, maybe. I could see running the Ram over the Slinger. Slinger is, like, not that amazing at a 2/3 reach. I think we're going to be aggressive. Firewheel Acrobat. Yeah, we got a Lizrog. I don't know if... Are we playing this Rakdos Guildgate? It seems a bit silly. Maybe we are. Sometimes we're just going to be down a mana in order to sometimes be able to have a Gate Colossus. Could also have a Galloping Lizrog. But, I don't know. I don't really see that working. I'm going to take the Spike Wheel Acrobat. On the off chance we need to have a faster clock. And I'm going to take the Maka for the same reason, if we don't have enough 2-drops, maybe. Dodger, I guess we could take that, too. We have no sacrifice outlets. Well, we can active treason something they have with +1/+1 counters, and then Bullrack Crusher it? Is that something cute? Can we do that? Is there anything else cute that we can do? I don't think so. It's probably the best. probably just take this. Could take and open the gates if we're having trouble finding what we're looking for. Alright, so in terms of our deck, we're already at 40. We're at 14 creatures and 9 non-creatures. I'm a little bit worried that we're kind of heavy on non-creatures, which could be a problem. We're going to look for what we've got. So we could run Fairy Duelist. It is cute, but I don't think it's good enough. Same thing with Mammoth Spider or Rubble Slinger. I mean, when we look at our curve looks fine. This Gate Colossus is sometimes going to be coming out on like turn 5. The only thing is like maybe run another Aeromunculus. Like lose the Beastmaster, get the Aeromunculus, but I don't know, this Beastmaster could be really absurd. Could be. Is it going to be more absurd than Aeromunculus coming out? Maybe not. I almost feel like for land, I think we want another island. And I think we want to lose a... maybe we just lose a forest. We have 8 green sources. And 6 red sources. Oh wait, and we have a Gateway Plaza. So we actually have 9 green sources and... Okay, this is fine. Yeah, let's go ahead and add that forest back. I think this is fine with Gateway Plaza. Okay. Oh wait, gotta do the most important part. Let's, yeah. Call it. Yeah. Whoa, what a clever name. I don't know why I chose it. I guess it just rhymes. No, I'm not going to sing it. Oh, I will certainly play first. I'm going to keep this. This is kind of interesting. I think we Guildgate Plaza and then turn 3 Rubble Built Runner. And we're fairly happy with that. We can Thrash, we can Threat. Okay, this is going to enter play tapped. We're going to sacrifice it unless we pay 1. And at this point, we may want to consider holding Guild Gates. Okay, they've got that thing. We do have that. The fact that we can Scorch that... we can just Scorch their Oligarch, and they will not get a token. Lifelink. Alright. Scorch is instant speed. We can also Colossus, which is neat. We can Thrash. So I can Thrash the Vampire and Scorch Mark the Oligarch, or... I can Scorch Mark the Oligarch, and then I can Colossus to trample over the Vampire for... Yeah, I mean, that could be okay. gets exiled. Next. So we can attack here. Yep. And I can thrash that to kill it if I wanted to. But I don't see a reason to do that. They are going to deal 5 to it. Alright. I think here we're gonna drop Threat for a 4/4. So we can kill a flyer. Sure. That's kind of surprising that they chose to do that. I'm just gonna drop this 4/4. It's roughly equivalent to using Threat anyway. Would just be a 4/4. That has Trample, this doesn't, but very surprised they used Arrester's Zeal there. That would have been quite a nice trick for them to attack into my Crusher with. Okay, they're gonna make me discard a card. I will just lose my Guildgate. No reason to hold on to it. So we can thrash the Bellhaunt. Yeah, we can thrash the Bellhaunt. We can also Colossus and then thrash. So I'm going to attack in. Alright, in that case we are going to drop Threat. I think something big here is perfectly acceptable. And we'll drop Forest so that we can cast Colossus if we need to. I don't see us needing to. Yeah, I think using the Arrester's Zeal there was a major mistake. They're going to just destroy it. Okay. They chose to take 5 life. Okay. That Pitiless Pontiff is going to be a problem. We're going to go ahead and just pass here. Pitless. Pitless or Pitiless? Pitiless. Which I am certainly going to be happy to block the Vampire. They're going to give that +2/+2. And I'll go ahead and give mine +4/+2. So they do gain some life. Open the gates. That is interesting. We're going to go ahead and just cast that. I'll go ahead and take a Gruul Guildgate. And Yep, we got a pass. Here, I am going to have to block the Pontiff. Which I'm actually okay with. I'll block the Pontiff or the Bell Hunt, whichever one attacks first. If they want the Pontiff to kill my Crusher, they're going to have to sack the Bell Hunt anyway, so I kill the Bell Hunt one way or the other. If they're smart, they'll just attack with both. Yep. I will block the Bell Hunt. I do get to live at 2. And now, yep, need a creature. Guildgate. Guildgate is not a creature, so we are going to concede. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. We do get a game 2. So that is something to consider. So they're playing Orzhov. And mostly they did not have a lot going on. Might just side in like Feromaka. Side out the Beastmaster. Just try to be a little bit faster. Maybe keep Beastmaster, side out, open the gates. Yeah. The store is currently... What? Okay. That was interesting. We are definitely going to play first. And we are certainly keeping this. Scorch Mark again, going to get us somewhere. Alright. We are going to go ahead and Gruul Guildgate here, because there's no reason not to. And then we're going to go ahead and drop Rhythm of the Wild. Or, actually, no, we might drop our Gatebreaker Ram first. Gatebreaker Ram is going to just be a 4/4. You know, gonna say 4/4 Vigilance Trample is pretty nice, though. Yeah, we can go Rhythm of the Wild and make this into a hasted 5/5 Vigilance Trample. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this. Just go ahead and drop the Ram. As long as they don't have black, I'm not really worried about that Panther. And as long as I keep up Scorch Mark, then I'm really not worried about it. Alright, so I do kind of want to drop Guildgate. Yeah, so I just dropped Guildgate, and now I can just attack in. Really with no worry. So they do not have enough to block that. And we're going to go ahead and put on the Rhythm of the Night. Oh, is that where enchantments go? I don't even know. Alright. Kind of surprising that they played it in that order. We can Rubble Belt Runner here. But I'm not going to do that, because I'm not going to attack with it. We are just going to go ahead and attack right in. Okay, and we do have trample, right? Yep, so just gonna give let's just go ahead and make it a little bigger. They do gain life, but I'm not too worried. Don't show me system messages. How rude. And we're just going to take +1/+1 counter on that. Yeah, this Gatebreaker Ram is completely rude. What a rude boy here. Going into game 3, we're going to keep, of course. We're just going to send it right back, I think. They have a lot of life gain. They do not have flyers. They've pretty much only taken these 3/1s. They kind of got screwed because they had no black mana. But otherwise, I mean, it wouldn't have been an issue, but I could understand why they would have kept it. Because if they could have used Death Touch, it would have been fine. Opponent's probably going to play first. But yeah, opponent's going first. We're going to keep this, because we're going to Wayfinder into maybe an island. Either an island or maybe a 4-drop or a 3-drop. Alright. Now they've got the Death Touch. Sounds like a baby cat. We're going to go ahead and Wayfinder. And we are perfectly happy trading Wayfinder for Panther, so really no problem here. Wayfinder's going to do the job. Okay, so we can take the runner or forest, so we're going to take a runner. We could have taken nothing, of course, but runner is certainly fine. And the ram is not especially strong quite yet. There's our 3/1 vampire. Man, might have to restart the client because it is freaking out. Okay, so things that we can do. Play the runner, can play the Gatebreaker Ram. I think we're just going to go ahead and play runner. We're going to be pretty happy with that. Oops, cancel. Let's try that again. Yeah, because we could attack in for 2, but they'll just attack with the vampire. And so far, I am fine with the current setup. So this is interesting. So they could do like +2/+2 on the Panther, maybe? I'm going to go ahead and do it like this. Yeah, because I'm fine with killing the vampire, even with +2/+2. I am happy with a 2-for-1. I think they did that on the first round, too. This sort of Just very aggressively trying to gain life. And we'll go ahead and put out the ram. We do have a stony strength. So if they do attack in, we are going to block it. It's probably going to be +2/+2. Yep, there it is again. That's fine. I will trade Stony Strength for their Rester Zeal. They're way ahead on life. I will take the counter. Seems like half their deck are just vampires and a Rester Zeal. Seems like it's pretty much all they've got. Sharkdo Crab. Here we go. Now we can start crabbing in. So we can crab the vampire next turn and go in for 7. Sorry, go in for 8, I mean. Yeah. Potentially going for another 8 the next turn. Ooh, Gate Colossus. Do I Gate Colossus or do I Sharkdo Crab? I think I Sharkdo Crab. So we're going to go next. Oops. Cancel. Yeah, we're going to just attack with Sharkdo Crab. If they do +2/+2 again, you know, whatever. I will keep taking these 2-for-1s. Every chance I get. Because once I have Gate Colossus out, I have, what, 4 more gates? 5 more gates? I don't see how they're going to deal with that. Alright, they decided not to. Which I am okay with. And here we get to see the Gate Colossus. See that white counterspell. Man. Okay, they're going to Summary Judgment it. Totally fine with that. Not even a problem. I'm just gonna attack with Gate Colossus. I mean, I'm dealing 5 a turn, essentially, even if they get in with the vampire. And they're pretty much not going to get in with the vampire, because we have the Zerta to block. Man. Craziness. Okay, we will go in for another 8. All right. Man. 3 Vizkopa Vampires, 2 Zeals. I think that's their entire deck is just these commons, as far as I can tell. Alright. Here we go. Ceratok. We are, of course, going to haste it and attack in for lethal, I believe. They're actually going to end at 1 if they block the Zertog Goblin. Alright, they are going to Summary Judgment the Colossus. Here we go. They do actually still have to block it. Man, so all they have, like, those 3 cards, basically, and a Panther. I am just amazed. So we can threat here, and go in for lethal. Oh, it does not. It's creature spells, not creatures you control. Wait. Non-token creatures you control have riot. That's... oh, non-token. Do-do-do-do-do. That's why. Okay, so Rhythm of the Wild does not let this thing riot. That's unfortunate, but whatever. Good to know. It's a good practice round against this deck that only has 4 different cards in it. And they're all commons, too. I do not quite understand that. Alright. We are going to have to do something here. Waiting for the server. That's not what I like to see. Alright, I'm going to quickly go ahead and exit. Would you like to exit? Yep. Let's go ahead and try to relaunch it. I don't know what is happening. Sorry about the delay here. Yep, we're reloading in real time. Very exciting, very professional here on the Mirkov channel. Alright, here we go. Can we resume this? Alright. Okay, Rhythm of the Bite. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and try this again. Going to round 2. That first round was very silly. Just very, very silly. We are, of course, going to play first. We are going to not keep this, I don't think. We have nothing that's playable. We are going to mulligan. We're going to keep this, though. And we're going to keep Territorial Boar on top. Mostly because... oh, wait. So we could open the gates. That's interesting. Do I want the boar more than the gate? I guess I want to open the gates. We're going to open the gates. And we're definitely going to take... how about we could take a Gateway Plaza over the Gruul Guild Gate. We're not doing anything next turn anyway. Might as well take Gateway Plaza. Okay. Well, so restarting didn't fix it, so we're just going to have to deal with this annoying message for the rest of the game. We are seeing green, so that's how we know we're in trouble. Actually, the real way we know we're in trouble is we don't have any land. Oh, they're going to take haste. That's interesting. Not what I would have chosen. We're going to just pass. Yep. We are currently in a lot of trouble. There we go. Alright, we're going to take Rhythm of the Wild. And still be losing? I think we still lose, yeah. This is not good. I am glad they took haste, though. I think if they didn't take haste, we'd be in a lot worse position. We're not in a good position either, though. They're going to hit for 4, 5, 6 here. We're just gonna let it happen. 79. Yep. We're just gonna take a look at what they've got. Just a bunch of lands. Alright. Okay, we're gonna concede. One of the nice things about playing best 2 out of 3 is we just pretend that didn't happen. Their deck is very fast. I think we want to cut down on the cuteness a little bit here. Maybe even just get a slinger. We're going to play first this time. Thrash does nothing. Territorial Boar. Yeah, we're going to keep this. So we can Thrash our Territorial Boar to deal 2. And there we go. Do we want to... Yes, we want to definitely Gruul Gate first, so that we can drop our Gatebreaker Ram directly into their face. Yeah, Gatebreaker Ram is quite absurd. And it's only going to get better. We're going to Thrash whatever they play here, I believe. Yep. That is definitely fine. Actually, we don't even have to Thrash it. We can Rhythm of the Wild. Because this has Vigilance, so we're safe to block. We can just play Rhythm of the Wild. I don't too much worry here. Okay. And they did not haste that. Deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control. So we can safely Thrash. And kill both. We're going to go ahead and get a +1/+1 counter. I can thrash the Beastmaster. I mean, we might as well see what they have. They could have a pump spell, I guess. That is exactly what I wanted to see. So I can thrash and have this just deal 4 to that. If they don't have another trick, they just die. Looks like they do have another trick. Ooh. They did not. That's pretty nice. It's interesting. They're just attacking in for 3. I can attack in for 7. I'm just not even gonna block it. I don't even think it's worth it. If they do have another trick, which it seemed like they might, it's just a little bit risky. Whereas here, we have lethal next turn. Sure. +1/+1 on tap. They're going to block my ram, and then I kill it. They get the strength, and it tramples. Yeah, so they do have a Goblin Gathering, which is interesting. Yeah, we're going to just ship this back. So they are going to go first. This is keepable. We're in fact going to keep this. We don't have a turn. We don't have a play until turn 4. But when we do get to turn 4, gonna be a-okay. Alright, here's their turn 3. They're gonna haste it, probably. They're actually discarding Scorch Mark. Not what I expected. Don't know if the haste was worth it that much. I mean, maybe. But here I'm going to go ahead and drop Sharktocrab. Okay, so they can play a Rebel Slinger. That's nice. That's a pretty good card. We're going to go ahead and Sharktocrab here. So we can Thrash next turn, and Gift of Strength. Okay, there's their Rhythm of the Wild. So they could have a Scorch Mark here. I'm just going to take it. They're not so aggressive that I need to be careful at this point. I can adapt this to tap down, say, the Vandal. But I don't really see a need to. Yeah, so they do not have... At least I don't think they do. They might. I guess they could still have it. So the question is, do we Ceratok or something else? I think we just drop Ceratok, honestly. Biogenic Ooze. What is this? When it enters the battlefield, to create a 2/2 token at the beginning of your end step. Put a +1/+1 counter on every ooze, and you can create more oozes. No, we're blocking that. With only one, they can't do anything really. Here we go. So we can thrash that Biogenic Ooze. In fact, I think we do. I think we just straight up thrash it. Creature I control. Creature I don't control. 2. And here, we can attack with the Ceratok safely, because their Goblin cannot block it. And we can go ahead and drop the Slinger, just for some extra defense. Okay, Beastmaster. They have double Riot on it, and they are going to give it haste. It's kind of surprising. I'd trade it for... well, would I? I could just take 6. Okay. I take 6. Definitely fine with that. We are definitely going to have to play out Gateway Plaza here. We do have a Gift of Strength. I am going to play a little bit slower here. Maybe just attack with the Slinger. Keep the Ceratok back. Yep. Oh, they chose not to attack. Well, it's pretty good for me. So I can Rhythm of the Wild here. I can also Colossus. I can Maka. So if I attack him with both of these, I can Colossus and Gift of Strength. Which would bring this would be 6. Yeah. So we're going to attack him with both. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to Colossus the Ceratok, I believe, to deal 4 extra to them. This will be 4, and then we're going to go ahead and Rubber Belt Slinger. Okay, go ahead and do it like that. Yeah, and here I am just going to throw the cat. Just in case they do have that, like, 6/6 haste trample, we are going to need the Maka to defend ourselves. Nope, just a Goblin Gathering. Alright. That cannot be blocked. Those are both lethal. Alright, hopefully they don't have the 6/6 trample. Nope. Alright. That's round 2. Lots of server errors going on. Nothing we can do about that. Gonna go for a 3rd win so we can break even. Waiting on the opponent. They are deciding. And they chose first. We're going to keep. We're going to Wayfinder into Rhythm of the Wilds and be fairly happy about it. They are Orzhov. That's the first mistake. But they do have 2 Orzhov Guild Gates. A little bit better than the last person we saw doing that. We're going to go ahead and Wayfinder here. Stack the top of our deck with a... with none of those, I think. Yeah, we're just gonna decline. There were definitely playable cards in there, but the Skate Wing is not playable. Okay, here we can Zertog Goblin. But I think what I want to do is... Do I want a Rhythm of the Wild? I mean, of course I kind of want a Rhythm of the Wild. But I think I'm going to Zertog Goblin. I mean, how much efficiency do we need? What is this? What happened? Yeah, you know what? Let's just take 2. We're going to take 2 so that we can Rhythm of the Wild into the Zertog Goblin. No reason not to make this into a 4/4. I will just take the 2. Oh, it does have Vigilance. That is cool. Did not notice that the first game. Ooh. Sacrifice any number of creatures, or sacrifice 2 creatures. Target player sacks a creature. That is cool. That is very cool. We are definitely going to +1/+1 counter twice. This Clan Crusher is just going to wipe their board. Ooh, red. Red? What is this? Rakdos? Rakdos splashing for the Imperial Oligarch? I'm just gonna block it. If they have a card, I guess they have a card. Gains Death Touch. Okay. That's neat. So we're gonna get a chance to see how these spirit tokens work. Ooh, a Resolute Watchdog. Very scary. They're gonna sack both of those to make me lose a 2/1? What? What is happening? Well, this has Death Touch. I mean, that's pretty cool. It's Afterlife 1. I mean, I guess that works. Do I... I mean, okay. +1/+1 counter. I guess they're gonna play a creature, sack the Enforcer, and kill my Crusher? Should be pretty nice. If they don't, then they just... they lose. They put a Locket out. That's a good start. And they choose not to attack. I am very confused. Well, I'm just going to tap... deal 2 damage to any target. Let's just kill that. Remove a +1/+1 counter from itself. Pay 1. Throw in a Territorial Boar. Get a +1/+1 counter. I mean, this Crusher is just going to clear their board for me. If they get anything interesting, just deal 2 to it. This Enforcer is dying. They may not realize it's dying, but it is dying. Yep, so... yeah, in fact, let's just, oh, wait, cancel. Oh my god, don't do that. Kill that thing. Let's remove a +1/+1 counter. Are they gonna pump it to prevent it from dying? No. Okay. So this is going to come in making this Boar fancy times. So we're going to go ahead and +1/+1 haste. Okay. Now they're going to get the point. They have realized my Clan Crusher is absurd. Probably should have just done that on their turn, because they left 5 mana open. Maybe they thought I was going to do something better. But it doesn't get much better than turn a +1/+1 counter into killing the creature. Sure, they can get in for 1 here. But the clock is very clearly on my side. Yeah, this Aeromunculus, unfortunately, is not going to trigger the Boar. Not that it's a big deal. Second Resolute Watchdog and Enforcer, and they do have enough to make that Enforcer survive. So we're just gonna Aeromunculus. I could give it haste, or I could give it a +1/+1 counter. I think we'll just give it haste, actually. Because it can adapt. So they are on a short time limit. We're keeping the Guild Gate in hand because we can currently cast the Gate Goliath or whatever. So this is a free Gate Goliath. Yep. I am okay with taking one a turn. I'm in fact going to keep land in hand just in case they do make me discard something. But we can attack with our Homunculus. They're going to destroy it. Yeah. They got it. Scry to the bottom. Yep. Alright, 24 cards left. Not even worried about it. Alright. Alright. They're going to sack what? Yep, sack the flyer anyway. Seems fine to me. Target player sacks a creature with the greatest power. Well, that is very sad. I can... Yeah, I mean, I could, like, Colossus in order to keep that alive, but I just don't think that would have been worth it. I could have Colossus the boar to let them give me a 2-for-1. We're just going to pass. Instead, we're going to have to Colossus the boar to kill the scavenger, which I think is okay. They got 2 enforcers, which is pretty nice. Yeah, that's gonna put a clock on me. For sure. And yep, we're gonna have to block that. Not exactly what I wanted to be doing with my, Colossus, but you know, it works. Oh yeah, that's right, they got the watchdog. What am I doing here? Oh my gosh. There we go. Just in time. Man, are we gonna give it haste? Maybe the battlefield. They're gonna deal 6, 7 to me next turn. We're definitely taking a +1/+1 counter. And passing. Yeah, so they have 2 get the points. Blade Brand, which was kind of cute. Okay, they pop that to draw 2. Alright, this Orzhov deck is a little bit more on point, that's for sure. So, you know, I think I'm going to just... Man, do I even attack with that? They just block with the Enforcer. We're gonna do no attacks. Yep, gonna end. Ooh, Gatebreaker Ram is going to be a big guy. So I'm gonna go ahead and attack with both, maybe? Might be attack with both. We're gonna keep the Enforcer. That's kind of surprising. Vigilance and Afterlife 1. Yeah, so I have to pretend I have 4 less life than it looks like. Yeah, we are definitely going to take that 1. We can Gift of Strength. So we're going to go in for quite a bit here. They're just going to block the Oligarch. Or, no, they're not. It's 15. What? They do not have lethal, as far as I can tell. If they had blocked the Oligarch, they might have had lethal. That would have been 4... This is your upkeep? Yeah, 4, 5, 6. Only be 6 still. Yeah, taking that hit from Gate Colossus was not the right move. Maybe they thought it has Trample. I mean, it looks like something that should have Trample, but it doesn't. Otherwise, it's really not clear. We are gonna take 1. Okay. Okay, my turn. That is interesting. So they can pay 3 and sack a non-token creature. So they can sack the Enforcer? And they can do it at instant speed. Well, so there is nothing we can do about that. But we can attack with Colossus and the Ram. Scorchmark and Gift of Strength might give us enough trample damage, is what I'm thinking. Okay, so they blocked incorrectly. So this will do 5 trample damage. Actually, let's do Scorchmark. It doesn't matter. They can sack it. Since they already declared blockers, it's too late. So this is... Oh, 6 trample. Oops, it's not quite too late. There we go. 9 trample. Guess I could have kept the Scorch Mark secret. I think if I had just done Gift of Strength, yeah, because that would have been 8 trample damage. There would be no reason to Scorch Mark also. Scorch Mark only gave me 1 extra damage. All right. I don't know. I'm pretty happy with what I've got. You know, there's an argument maybe to side in the kill flyer and deal 1 to all flyers. But at the same time, we have 2, you know, +1/+1 counter chuckers. The Gorta, or whatever it's called. Gorta, evil guy. You know the one. You've been watching. Yeah, opponent's checking out their decky. Seems like a good choice. Opponent is deciding. They're going to decide to go first. They, in fact, are. We have in our hand definitely a keep. It's like, it's kind of an awkward keep, but I think it should be okay. Here we go. We're going to, in fact, Gruul Guildgate instead of the Rakdos Guildgate, which, I mean, we are fine with Rakdos, but Gruul is better. We have a Priest of Forgotten Gods, yet again. We are going to pay the cost. That Priest of Forgotten Gods is gonna be a problem. Ooh, actually, can we... Yeah, we're gonna approach a, an early gate Colossus, it does look like. Well, so this is gonna cost 6. We throw this Rakdos Guildgate down. It's only gonna cost 5? You know, I'm okay with that. We're gonna pass turn. Flying in Afterlife. We in fact can collision to kill that. Don't know if I want to do that. I guess I do. Yeah, I mean, I guess I want to kill it. It's not, like, great. But I don't want this Priest of Forgotten Gods to get too many triggers. Okay. So now's the question. Do we Sharkdo Crab or do we not Sharkdo Crab? I think we could threat. We can Sharkdo Crab. I mean, we have to Sharkdo Crab. There's really no choice here. We can threat as a we can threat next turn if we want. But being able to drop Sharkdo Crab and then next turn Gate Colossus with the potential to thrash if they don't make a socket. But they're definitely gonna have a sack Sharkdo Crab here. Pretty much guaranteed. Gonna skip combat. They're not gonna make us kill the Sharkdo. Which you know what that means. They're just gonna attack with it. I am definitely okay with killing a Spirit Token. Gains Death Touch. That is a funny trick creature I control, creature I don't control. But I believe that's a, that'll stop them from drawing a card, too. So now they need 2 tokens in order to kill Sharkdo Crab. Looks like it. Yeah, all they've got is ill-gotten gains, which is fine. Here's the problem with Orzhov. Even though this Priest of Forgotten Gods is cool, if you don't have the Afterlife cards, like, you need all your cards to be Afterlife, then you are just not making any progress. You're going to go all attacks. And, oops, drop out our Gate Colossus. Like, because this is such an aggro card, you really have to be like, attack with your 2 spirits, and then sack 2 spirits to kill their thing, draw a card. I mean, they just don't have the aggro here. We are dealing enough here that, yeah, I think we just go for it. We, of course, are going to adapt, and we are going to... we can tap their Vampire. We can also tap their Priest of the Gods. We're going to get 13 here. We're going to gain 3. Yeah, we're just going to tap Priest of the Gods. They really have no out, except for making us sack Sharkdo Crab. So, they're just not going to sack Sharkdo Crab. Interesting. Okay, they're gonna give up there. I don't think it was quite lost, but it definitely was not looking good. They had maybe a turn to live. Oh, we got some kind of card. That's cool. Alright, so we officially broke even. So now we're just going for bonuses. Do happen to like bonuses. And this draft was a bit slower for a couple of reasons, but hopefully you're enjoying the show so far. 2 Orzhov decks, 1 Rule. Oh boy. You know, this is a gift. It's a gift right here. Here's Gruul number 2. Do we do Rhythm of the Wild first or Rubblebelt? I guess we're going to see how aggressive they are. We're going to go ahead and drop Guildgate number 2. Simic Hybrid. Considering that, I think we are just going to Rubblebelt Runner. Let's just stop the flow of damage. Turn 4, Weaken Rhythm of the Wild. Turn 5, Bullrack Crusher. Which will come in with his own +1/+1 counter. So, which means... Ooh, they're going to Riot for haste. Ooh, that is not so good. Considering that, I think I do have to Zertaw instead of Rhythm of the Wild. We are going to +1/+1 counter so that, yeah, I can do that Gift of Strength. So we're going to go to combat. We're just going to pass. Because I don't think I can afford to take another 5. No. We'll say, you did not skewer the critic. Alright. Okay, not too bad. So we can drop a Glass Guild Pact here, but I think we're gonna have to drop Bullrack Crusher. We need the extra body just to slow them down a bit, and we're just gonna pass for a sec. Technically, we could attack in or something, but we want a Glass of the Guild Pact. We want to make this completely absurd. And of course, Bullrack Crusher, the probably Shaman. I'm surprised they're running Maka. They're really playing kind of aggressive, I guess. We can open the gates. Well, it's pretty clear. We're just gonna Guild Pact here. One nice thing is I can attack with the... So I can attack with the Rubble Belt Runner and the Goblin. And if they have to triple block the Goblin? No. If they double block the Goblin... yeah, we'll just do like that. Oh. So I can just kill that by removing that +1/+1 counter. Kill both of those. Yeah. I mean, I'm okay taking 4 here. If they want to attack with the Clamor Shaman. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely fine. Oh wait, could have attacked in with hasted Gate Colossus for lethal. Yeah, well, you win some, you lose some. I'm actually gonna attack with both of those, throw down the Gate Colossus, and kill the Clamor Shaman. +1/+1 counter, Bullrack Crusher, kill the Shaman, take that +1/+1. As amusing as it would have been to attack him with Gate Colossus. And we haven't opened the gates to get our Colossus back if we so choose. Our opponent's stuck on 3 lands. So, worth noting, they were pretty aggressive. Except for this Rubble Slinger. Ooh, Sunder Shaman. Deals combat damage to a player, destroy an artifact or enchantment. So, definitely something we want to look out for. Attack with Gate Colossus safely. Could attack with... this cannot be blocked by more than 1 creature. So I can attack with that safely. I think that's fine. If they want to double block it with the Shaman and the Runner, I will just open the gates. And then Wayfinder. Hopefully remember to do it in that order. Yep. Let's go ahead and take a guild gate. Drop a guild gate. Oh wait. Yeah, we'll just take that action. Okay. Don't even have to show them the Wayfinder. That's fine. Ready for game 2. I almost wonder if I want open the gates here instead of Stony Strength. Nah. You know, I'm feeling pretty good about this. They're a little bit aggressive. They did get the Sunder Shaman, which is very well costed at 4. That would have helped them a lot if they could have got it in a little bit earlier. They were kind of stuck. But we are definitely running Value Town. You know, I want to see that that blue card, the Skatewing Spy. I really want to see that just make our entire fleet, you know, flying barbarians. But don't really see it happening. Could still happen. It's only 1 card out of 40. It's kind of interesting. We've seen 2 Gruul and 2 Orzhov. Gruul has definitely been the scarier opponent. Both the Orzhovs had kind of like an interesting first game, but it kind of fell apart for them. They're of course going to choose themselves because they're playing Gruul. Ooh, and we are in a really great opening here. Just amazing opening. Rakdos Guildgate, Gateway Plaza, Gatebreaker Ram. Do I need to say more? We, in fact, both opened with Rakdos Guildgate. That's kind of funny. I could open with Territorial Boar, even. But I'm going to go with Guildgate. Ooh, and they are stuck on land, so that's pretty much GG. There is essentially no way they're going to come back if they don't get some more land, because this is just a 2-1. Yeah, so what do we want to do here? So obviously we're going to attack. They might have like a Scorch Flame or whatever. They do not. We could Rhythm of the Wild. We could also use Sharkdo Crab. I mean, I think we just Sharkdo Crab. Just, so next turn I can open the gates, drop another gate, and Aeromunculus probably. Go in for 9. Yeah, 2 Rakdos Guild Gates, and they are on the defense. We already have a Guild Gate too. I mean, let's just drop it. What are you even going to do at that point? Because I can Sharko Crab. Sacks a creature. If you... okay. I mean, that's cool. So probably what I'll do is... I guess just drop Aeromunculus and open the gates. Let's go ahead and grab another guild gate. They can't even use the Gravelhide Shaman. Still on 3 land. 3 mana this turn at least. They're going to Spectacle. They have a Scorch Mark next turn. It's good to know. Just go ahead and just make that thing even bigger. Could Rhythm of the Wild? Throw down a Territorial Boar? I guess? The +1/+1 counter? Without paying their mana cost? No, you can just play them. Gravelhide Shaman is not going to do anything. Okay. Got a bad card. I'm going to go for win number 5. Okay. So I thought we were supposed to have like a rank or something. I'm not seeing anybody has a rank. Guess it's because it's the first day. We're going to play first. And that's unfortunately gonna be a mulligan. But this is gonna be a keep. This is an insane keep. In fact, this Stony Strength is... is that a keep? It's probably not. Yeah. So we could technically Guildgate and Mountain into a boar. But let's be realistic. We are going to Gate Plaza. And we are going to turn 3 Ram. They are copying us. This is absurd. Let's drop Mountain and Ram. Hopefully they do not have the same play as we do. Spellbreaker. As long as it's your turn, you and the Spellbreaker have hexproof. I think we want to attack in, personally. Yeah, I think that's fine. I would rather him not have hexproof. I don't know, just makes things hard. There's our open the gates. We are... Now, unfortunately, unfortunately that would have helped us. But our opponent hasn't done anything on their last turn. Notice they have 4 mana open. So, even though we didn't really do anything other than just pull a gate, seems okay. They're very duelist. don't even know why they did that. Maybe they have counter spells. Maybe they were hoping I was going to play a bigger spell. Simic Guild Gate. We're going to open the gate again for another Simic Guild Gate. Well, that's fascinating. Here, I think, I might just play the Crusher. We're going to play that pre-combat. Do they have the counterspell? They actually do. Alright. We're going to decline. Yeah, so that's what I was thinking, but they probably had a counterspell. Not a big deal. Obviously, we would have liked the Crusher out. But next turn, we can play the Ceratok, we can play the Rendhorn. We're not really at a shortage of cool things to do. In fact, with the Rendhorn, we might even go Trample, or I mean, Haste. We're gonna get countered again. Ooh, we are. Now that's interesting. We're not going to attack in, because they'll just take it and attack us for 3. So we might as well just stay back and block. And that's fine with me. Commando. Alright, how many counterspells do you think they have? Here, we're gonna drop we're gonna drop the Sharkdo Crab. Okay, they're out of counterspells now. Thank goodness. Because this Coral Commando is not exactly a good card. Fairy Duelist, yeah. Okay, they're doing some work here. Ooh, Skatewing Spy. So one thing that's interesting is I can Sharkdo Crab and start attacking in for 5. But what I might rather do is maybe just jeez. So I can Gift of Strength. I think I'm just gonna drop drop the Beastmaster. Yeah, let's go ahead and drop Beastmaster. With a +1/+1 counter, we're not going to attack in. Obviously, I can Sharkdo Crab to get that commando, but I really want to, I think, Skatewing Spy here. This is another creature you control. Alright. So here I can Sharkdo Crab and attack with both. That's worth it. So we're gonna adapt. 1, 2, 3, 4. When we adapt, we're gonna go ahead and tap down the commando. Attack with both of these. It's gonna pump my Sharkdo Crab. And we're gonna go ahead and get the strength. Big roll Beastmaster to kill the Homunculus. So we do have lethal. They need keep a blocker back at least. All right. For game 2, they really only had the Fairy as a flyer, and we got to keep our Skatewing Spy a secret. Yeah, our Skatewing Spy is a secret, our Gate Colossus is secret, our Homunculus is a secret. They know about Sharkdo Crab. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with what we're playing. Not against this particular matchup. They did get us good with some counter spells, but I don't really see any way we're going to get around that other than just, you know, being better than them. So this is fine. We can Scorch Mark if they play something cool. We can Rubble Belt Runner if they don't. In fact, we can open the gates here. I'm just going to open the gates. Okay, so it looks like they do have Counterspell. Considering that... I have a Guild Gate in hand. I'm just going to go ahead and grab a... Ooh, I do not have Island yet, huh? So I'm going to grab Island. Fairy Duelist, yep. It's totally fine. Ooh, Ooh. So they have been keeping up Counterspell previous turns. So I think what we're going to want to do here is just drop a Rubble Belt Runner. There's really no reason not to. They've got, whatever it is, Quench, probably. So, as long as we're playing things under curve, really don't even have a problem. It's going to deal 3. I'm just going to go no blocks. I'm not even really worried about that. What is this? At the beginning of your upkeep, scry 1. Yeah, I mean, I am definitely okay with that. Considering what they have, we can threat to just put out a 4/4. And, I mean, they need 6 to steal something. And they are behind, I believe, on land. Are they behind on land? No. Yeah, they're behind on land, because they played first. Okay. They got me. Let's see. So they do get to scry. One of the downsides of Eyes Everywhere is I can also use Eyes Everywhere, because I have blue. So they can steal my best thing, and I can steal my best thing right back. Okay, that's interesting. So they're trying to race me here. Considering that, I'm just going to Scorch Mark this commando. Am I going to Scorch Mark it? Yeah, I'm going to Scorch Mark it. Well, that's unfortunate. Titanic Brawl. Okay. On the bright side, I can play the Crusher and still have... okay. Alright, so this one they're going to win, it looks like. They successfully bounced my stuff enough times. Alright. Let's just see what I draw. Sharkter Crab, that is not going to be enough, so we're going to concede. Yeah, they're very controlling. At the same time, I think I'm okay. I'm not really worried. Probably what I should have done is just played a little bit more defensively. Kept my 3/3 back to block. If they had a trick, they had a trick. We are going to play first. And that is going to be a mulligan. And that is going to be a keep. It's a pretty similar hand to last time. We do have Glass of the Guild Pact. But you know, we're going to keep it. We're going to Gateway Plaza here. Because we have to Gateway Plaza at some point. They are going to open the gates to pull a gate, I guess. Yeah, and then play it. Makes a lot of sense. But we are going to go ahead and get moving with our runner. Next turn we might open the gates and Guild Pact. Control 2 gates, gain 3 life, which they do. We can in fact threat that. It's only on your turn. However, we will not successfully be able to. Let's go ahead and open the gates. And pull a... let's pull a non-tap land. So let's just pull a forest, I think. Do we want to deal 4? Yeah, of course we want to deal 4. So they kept up all of their mana, which is not great. Not great for us. So we're going to attack with the Rubble Belt Runner. Let's see what they've got. They're going to give it Flash, -4, -0. Perfect. So now we are going to Thrash this on that. It's going to cost us 2. They have a counterspell. Okay. So we do get to kill it first, which is not terrible. That one they're going to quench. Alright. Okay, so they have some adapt. So they can adapt it to be big. There's no point in it attacking. One of the nice things, I guess, about having the Rebel Belt Runner is I can just have it block the Skitter Eel, forcing them to perform their adapt. Okay, they're going to choose not to. So here, I'm a little cautious about attacking in with the Crusher. They have a lot of cards in hand, but, you know, we're just gonna have to do it, I think. Okay. Well. Do they have another counterspell? They do have another counterspell. Okay. Yeah, so, I mean, we can block. I'm fine with them adapting here. This Rebel Belt Runner is not going to do anything. Titanic Brawl. Now that is unfortunate, because I could have killed that Mystic. Considering the current state of things, probably just drop the... There's no way they're going to have another counterspell, is there? Yeah, well, maybe they have a Quench. You never know. And, you know, I think Aeromunculus probably almost as good anyway. Yeah, so they did not have a counterspell there. So they're probably not holding anything. They've had some pretty good cards so far. Draw 4 and then discard 2. Wow. Very nice. And actually discarded an Island and a Cerulean Caretaker. I do not know why they're running Cerulean Caretaker. That seems extreme. Okay. Oops. We're just going to attack with the Munculus. They're going to Flying Flash. Give a creature -2. Yep. Yeah, I'll just go damage, that's fine. Very okay with that. I figured they would have done it maybe pre-combat to try to be clever. Yeah, I mean, they might have a +3/+3. I'm assuming. Okay, it's basically the same. But I think I'm okay with that. And yeah, now we are essentially just racing. And we're racing faster. Alright. I think they gave up a little bit too soon, but maybe they know their deck better if there's nothing left. Would have still taken us a couple turns of attacking in the air. Yeah, anyway, 5 wins. Not too bad. I guess we'll open up. I mean, I say not too bad. It's a perfect sweep. But I guess we'll take a look. We got this mythic octopus thing. That guy's cool. Gutter Bones, probably some useful constructed deck that uses that. It's got this mythic homunculus. Ooh, Hallowed Fountain. Always good. Get those dual lands. Sunder Shaman, very cool. I think the Incubation Druid's probably more of a constructed card though. But you can't go wrong. And there we are. Repudiate, counter activated ability. Neat. Alright, that's all we've got time for. Oh, almost gotten a Mythic Wildcard. I think that was a pretty fun first draft of this set. Hopefully you'll be back for another draft. Alright, I'm Mirkov, and I will see you next time.